this is kind of, when I say that this is the secret pill of real estate, this is no joke, guys. If you don't have this specific item set up in a successful way, you're missing a huge part of your business. All right. One is you're giving a ton of your business away right now. You're making a lot of money for people that you're giving business to. You are already, if you're a realtor, and as soon as people hear you're a realtor, whether it's a client coming from out of town, whether it's a client you've had forever, people will reach out to you, you know they do, and ask you for referrals. And I'm not talking about, lenders and escrow officers, although you refer a ton of business to them and you make a lot of business for them. You do. All right. So that is a big deal, but that's not specifically what I'm talking about. That is something that you definitely need to focus on and think about just how much business you're giving them. All right. Because I want you to think about this. If we were to just talk about them, lenders and escrow officers, believe it or not, they also get business. You know they do. And if they're not giving it to you and you're giving it to them, but they're not giving it to you, who are they giving it to? Who are they giving their business to? And why is it not you? Okay, it's an important question that you should be asking yourself. Your lenders should be giving you business to, your escrow officers should be giving you business to, referring. I've gotten business from both lenders and escrow officers. Did I get a consistent flow where I'm their go-to? No. And maybe because I'm not showing them off enough, and I'm going to show you how to show them off. Maybe it's because I'm not doing a good job of my part of following up with them. It might be that. I can't really pinpoint the reason why, but that all that has to do with it. All right. So the secret pill in real estate, let's just jump into your referral database. All right. This should be the center of your referral database. When someone moves to your town or anything like that, right? Anyone that comes to town, you should be the personal Angie's list for these people. It's important to make sure any new people you meet, part of your script is letting them know that while you're here, if there's anything you need from restaurants to insurance agents, because you're going to be changing potentially your insurance to a more local company here, possibly. Even farmers doesn't work in other states. They're licensed in California, they're licensed in Idaho, they're licensed in Oregon, they're licensed in Washington. And so you're going to probably need to move your vehicles over to them. I've got referrals for that. You need to make sure they know you are the personal Angie's list. You are the business directory for every single person that comes through. If they don't know that, they're going to go to somebody. And now I'm going to kind of shift here in a second on how to make sure you're connecting with the businesses, such as what Jennifer was talking about earlier, how you're connecting with those businesses so that you can start not only what we call give to get. So we're going to be given to them, but we're going to have a great follow-up script to make sure that we're getting back in return from them as well. So we'll make sure we're getting it back. Okay, so this is a twofold thing. This secret pill is a twofold thing. One is that everyone needs to know that you're the go-to, okay? I'm the go-to for everyone's needs. Okay, number two, I create relationships with all vendors. And again, not talking about escrow officers and lenders, although sure, they should be on there too. But I'm going to show you a list. We're going to talk about a list of so many different potential vendors out there. Okay. So this is going to be one, adding content and adding opportunities for you to call your SOI. I hate when agents say, I called everyone. Now what? Okay. You got 100 contacts you got to do throughout the year. Have you planned out all your 100 contacts per SOI content? And you have them all set up on a structured follow-up plan? Because this is one more way to reach out to your SOI and make sure they know you are the vendor and the go-to. All right, so we want to make sure we're adding more value and we're contacting our SOI to let them know about my referral database, my vendor database system. Not my referral, my vendor database system. Okay, so step one is before you start doing that with your SOI, though, you've got to create the vendor database system. Got to create it. And so I'm going to show you just a couple of quick vendor databases. I'm going to show you one here that's, let's see, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to share my screen for a quick moment so you can see this. Okay, so first off, I'm going to show a few pictures. Who knows this business? Okay, who knows it? And I know I have California, Idaho on here, but I know we also stream these on Facebook. So some people may not know this if they're across the nation that are watching this. But who knows this business? Anyone? Who has created a relationship with this business? By the way, this is a business downtown Visalia. One of my number one um, flowing businesses on my business to business relationships where I would actually have flyers in their business and they would give me flyers to put in my buyer packets was a barbershop. Barbershop's not there anymore, but it was a barbershop. He would let me put my flyers on his counter and business to business relationship. I'd put his flyers in my packets. It was a barbershop. Here's another one. And by the way, if you don't attack this one, Visalians, next time I'm in town, I'm hitting this one up. This is a brand spanking new business. Used to be called the Little Theater in downtown Visalia. And now it's called Mulligan's. It's an indoor golf club. They have simulators in there. They have everything in there, a bar in there. They have all kinds of stuff in there. It's been advertised all over Facebook. It's in one of the newest businesses in Visalia. Visalia is excited about it. They've been talking about it all over their website. Get to know the owner of this business. I'm going to give you some scripts in a minute how to do that. Who knows this business? A workout business. Now, one of the second biggest flow of businesses that I ever received a ton of benefit from was my good friend Grizoffi, and she had Grizz's Gym, and it was in Visalia. You'd see my business cards and a business card holder just inside of the door on the countertop. And in return, so it was my job to continue to follow up with her and make sure she was giving me referrals. I'm sorry, making sure she was giving me her flyer. So I had to call up, reach out to her and say, hey, what can make sure you send me your flyer? I need your flyer so I can put it in my buyer packets so I can give it out to my buyers because she was letting me put my flyers consistently and my business cards in her gym. So having that business to business relationship with gyms was huge. That's why I have that picture. Who knows this one? Who has this business as part of their business to business relationship? Does anyone know this business? Are you receiving any business from this business right now? If you're not, you're failing. How about this one? Who knows this one? Dream Maze. Who knows this one? Okay, so this is downtown Meridian. All right, and this is a great little place that you could, it's an insurance company. If you don't have an insurance company in your database, then you should be, you got to be able to refer people. Okay. And I'm going to tell you the importance here. How about a law office? How many have lawyers? Probate sales? Does anyone do probate sales around here? Do you have a probate go-to probate attorney? And are you giving them business and they're giving you? One of my third, I'll say, there could easily be my number one because she has given me so much business, is a family attorney. Divorces, probate. She gives me a ton of business constantly. And a lot of times she sends it to me on Facebook, which is funny. Hey, Sean, I got one for you. I'm going to send it your way. I'll send it to you in your email. She'll send me a message on Facebook. She constantly feeds me with a ton of business. Probate attorneys and attorneys. You need to have, guess what? Not one, not two, not three, but possibly four in every single vendor category you have. If you're going to be a true database, you need to have at least like four of them on there. Here's another downtown business because like they do coffee and different things like that. This is also in Idaho. This one's a cool barbershop, downtown Meridian. If you don't, again, barbershops are huge. People come to town, maybe they can get their hair cut. Hey, any good barbers downtown? Yeah, hey, I got one for you. And now you're the go-to for your SOI. You're giving them tons of different business for your own SOI down there. I'm going to share this screen real quick and I'm going to switch over to here. So if I was just to sit here, and this is in Visalia, I could easily keep going downtown Visalia and just drive and say, hey, have you walked every one of these businesses? And I know I've talked to Jen about this because she's pretty good at this stuff. If you walked every one of these businesses and you've created relationships with all these and you added to your database, by the way, we're going to make sure your database is crazy structured. We could just keep going. I'm walking the business right now and going business to business. I can zoom in and I can see what's going on with that business right there. I can see who they are. I can just keep going. Who's this business? How about this one? How about this one? I can just keep going business to business and get to know people. How about Meridian? So you see, I took a picture of that. Sent that to you. And how many of you have walked these businesses and get to know them, add them to your database? So we talk about the give to get, okay? The give to get. Now, the give to get is that your script is, and so I'm gonna, before I show you my vendor list that I've had, that I've created over the years, we're gonna talk about the give to get, okay? It's a simple script of, hey, James Jewelry. Hey, Mr. Attorney's Office. This is Sean Cardoza, and would be a potential phone call. I'm Sean Cardoza, or it could be a walk-in. I suggest the walk-in. I'm Sean Cardoza with ABC Realty. I just wanted to let you know that I'm creating a vendor list, and I really need to get a probate attorney on my list. Are you guys currently taking clients? um, you want to find out and just say. And so what I do is not only do I have people that I need to give that to, but I also have it on my website where people can be triggered over to your website by clicking on the link. So it's kind of a twofold. I just really need to get more people. I need to have more than one. Why is it important to have more than one? Because your total goal in this is to get a referral from it. So if you have 4 attorneys on your list and one of them gives you referrals, but the other 3 do not, guess what? You just fired the other 3. Does that mean you just stick to this one? No, you need to go find 3 more. That's more contacts. That's more opportunities for you to receive more business. So you always want to have 4, maybe 5. You can have up to 6. You can have more than that, as many as you can get, because that's more business for you that you're going to be getting from these people in this business, right? So you're going to be asking them. So that's the give. I want to give you business. I want to give you business. I'm giving. Okay. Since I frequently have clients, I ask that ask me for good professional advice. I just want to make sure that I have trusted professionals available. All right. I want to have some good trusted professionals available to be able to give my clients. Would you and your business be interested in being on there? Okay. Awesome. Excellent. Because I'm hoping they say yes. They'd be stupid not to. I definitely don't want them on my database if they say no. Um, so, but I want to also know, if I'm going to be referring people to you, is there an opportunity there? There is an opportunity there for you to also refer people to me. I'm looking to buy, if anyone's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, I would love to be able to earn that trust and be able to help those people. So would you allow me to also maybe leave my cards or so in here for you to be able to hand out? So we'll kind of work together. Give to get. I gave them first, and now I'm asking for them to also give me. So here's the problem. Most realtors fail in this. They're afraid. They're scared. They don't want to ask. You've got to ask. You're not going to get if you don't ask. So one, make it easy though. Give, and then ask for the business. Be bold. Ask for the business. Here's another script for you. It's Sean with Cardoza Real Estate. Hey, I'm just making a list of best businesses, services, and products in the area. Just kind of making a whole list, putting it all together. Looking for all kinds of different contractors, attorneys, lawn maintenance companies, insurance companies, stuff like that, pool maintenance. Um, can I refer clients to you? Is that okay? And when they say yes, please, let me do this. If I was a lender, okay, and I was approaching all of you awesome real estate professionals, and I was to say, hey, guys, I'm working on a database list and I need to get a realtor on my list that I can refer listings to. Would you guys be okay with that? Every single one of you right now is screaming for joy because Mr. Lender here is going to give you all of my listings. Holy mackerel, you love it. So why would any of these people say no? Don't be afraid to have these business to business conversations. They need to be in your weekly schedule. You've got to have a weekly schedule of giving these businesses a call, door knocking downtown, I call it, door knocking businesses, asking them, give, and then ask for referral back. Okay, so I'm going to continue down. So the follow-up, here's the follow-up. Okay, you give a referral to a local probate attorney. I've got 2 people in the last week asked me for probate attorneys. And right away, I said, you know what? The probate attorney I had in downtown Tulare, I don't think is there. I think he went out of business. Let's do a simple Google search. So we did a Google search, and there were 3 new attorney offices that weren't there when I had mine before that specifically are marketing their probate attorneys. All 3 of those need to be on your list. All of them. because one of the three may not give you a referral. But when they do, when you send them one, it's important for you to reach out to them and say, hey, this is Sean Cardoza. I just gave you your contact information on one of my clients. Would it be okay if I give you their contact information so you can also reach out to them? Holy mackerel. They're going to be like, yeah, please. They're going to love it. So you're going to reach out to the vendor and follow up. I'd like to continue to refer business to you too, just so you know. I think that's important to you, right? And they're going to say, yeah, thank you. In fact, I have several different vendor lists I'm working on, even a website link on my website for vendor lists. So I just wanted to make sure that that's okay if I keep referring people to you. Yep. Okay, excellent. But it looks like you owe me one. Yeah, looks like you owe me one, right? Looks like you owe me one. I'm just kidding, right? But in all seriousness, yeah, when are you going to return the business? You have any plans to send me somebody? You better ask that question. And you could be as passive aggressive as you want, but it's important to ask that question and make sure that they're going to give you somebody. You're going to make them feel really bad because you just gave them somebody and now they need to return the favor and give it back. Now, how about this? I'm going to reach out to my SOI and say, hey, Jamie, it's Sean over here at Cardo's Real Estate. Hey, how you doing? I'm reaching out with looking for recommendations. Do you have a favorite insurance company that you're using? Do you have any trusted professionals? Because I'm working on a vendor list. You're always saying you've already contacted your SOI. Now what? Have you called them and asked them if they have any favorite vendors lately? When's the last time any of you have done that? I'm probably getting a lot of no's. Never done it. Or don't do it very often. You need to call and ask them who their favorite vendors are so you can add them to your list. It's very important to do that. So I'm going to show you my lists real quick. Okay, it's a contractors list I've had for years. We're talking 15 years. And it's not as organized as I'd like it to be. I do update it from time to time. I do need to get some more demo concrete people in there. I know of some. I just have been lazy to put them in there, so I need to get them in there. But I'm being fully bold with you and showing you that I do have a list. Electricians, look at all the electricians I have. Haven't gotten many referrals from them, but also didn't do those scripts like I should because I'm doing more coaching these days than real estate sales. So because I'm doing more coaching, I'm not doing the best at updating these, but I'm teaching people what to do, guys. I'm teaching you what I should be doing if I wanted to sell more and more real estate. Then I would be, this is something I've done for years. I would contact them, work them, received several referrals from that one, received several referrals from that one. That one I received several referrals, so they'll always stay on my list. This one did a lot of flips for me. He actually helped me when I was flipping. Here's home inspectors. How many of your home inspectors have given you referrals? Do you think they're not selling, hearing people wanting to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Think about that. If they're helping realtors, if they're doing home inspections, they're probably getting calls. Who do you recommend? Your favorite home inspector is getting calls and saying, who do you recommend for a realtor? Are you that one? You would be if you're the squeaky wheel. You got to be the squeaky wheel. You got to reach out. You got to talk to them. Tell them you just gave them another referral. By the way, when are you going to return the favor and send me one? I had a lunch. A lender took me out to lunch last week. And by golly, if you think I didn't ask him, hey, I love keep sending you people, but you owe me one. When are you going to send me one? Oh, yeah, totally, Sean. You're right. I do owe you. I do owe you one. I'm going to send you one because he's getting recommendations. So he says he's going to send me one. So we'll see. But definitely. So this is my vendor list in California, and then I've started working on one in Idaho. I'm still short on a lot of people in Idaho. Like I said, I have been failing a little bit, not adding enough people in here, so I need more people. Does Airbnbs, MB? That's not correct, but yeah, it's okay. It's in there. I need more escrow officer favorites in there. I need fire repair people, fire sprinkler repair people. There's a lot of people I need to add to this one. Of course, you always have a lot of contractors, home inspectors, landscape sprinklers, lead testing companies. I actually did this the other day. I actually hired someone. I need to add 2 people to that list. Mobile notaries. I had mobile fingerprints done here. He does mobile notaries. He actually comes to your house. to do fingerprints if you want. He's out of Caldwell. I need to add him to that list. Fingerprints, painters. And I'm going to show you the important reason why. Okay. This is Rick Fuller, good friend of mine out of Northern California, the Bay Area. Rick Fuller this is his website, so it shows Rick right here. It looks pretty similar to mine. You guys, this is Rick actually right here. This is how mine looks too. Really good, excellent. That's Rick there. High producing, probably the #1 real estate team in the Bay Area. Amazing, amazing guy. He's also a real estate coach with me over at Eisenhower Coaching and Consulting, coaching company we coach with. Highly suggest ICC, by the way, great company. If you're not part of ICC, get on their website, take a look. Rick Fuller's on here. But one of the things I like right here that Rick has is his resources. Rick's Picks, Rick's Pros. Check this out. Okay, if I click on Rick's Picks, what's down here? A full business directory. Okay, so now he can market this too, by the way. If it's in your website, you can market it. Do retargeting ads, do Facebook ads, do Google ads as driving people to your website. Now they're coming to your website. They're looking for vendors. They land on a real estate agent's website looking for vendors because you're the Angies list for the area. And as they land on here, they see all these different vendors. Oh, cool. So these are people in Treasure Valley of Idaho. Excellent. Whatever it is, Central Valley, California. You want to be able to have that. Rick's Pros. So to be one of Rick's Pros is who he gives referrals to outside of California. I am one of Rick's Pros in Idaho. I used to be on his list. I wonder if I still am. Let's see. Stephanie Stockman. Ooh, Stephanie Stockman's in there. Check her out. There's Coeur d'Alene. Ooh, I made it. I'm in there. I'm one of 3 on Rick's website. Stephanie's at Homes of Idaho as well. So she needs a picture. You better tell her that. So there's so much that you can do once you've created your vendor list. So this is through ICC right here. This is actually a very important part. As you see, there's 3 of each one. 3 of each one. And I'll share this with you here shortly for those of you that are on this live Zoom. And I'll share it in the YouTube page as well. So this is important to have at least 3, if not 4. Why? Because out of those 3, one of them is going to give you a referral. Hopefully, 2 of them. Maybe all 3. If they do, all 3 get to stay on your list. If they're not giving you referrals too, though, they don't get to stay on your list. So this list allows you to actually document down 3 of each one. It's going to make you think for a second. And by the way, this is a lead measure, not a lag measure. It's a lead measure because you're looking and you need to call these people and ask them, hey, I'd like to add you onto my list. Is that okay? All right, what's your full contact information? Get their contact information. All right, and then guess where those people go next? They go in your CRM. They go on your database. They have a space. They have a tag. They have a filtered out option that you can filter them out as a vendor. And then they also have a time in your schedule to call them and follow up with them and ask for referrals from them and ask if you can give them referrals. Okay, so each one of these get a phone call. Can I give to get? Can I give you something? By the way, just, as I send people your way, I'm hoping you're also going to do the same thing. Can you send me your referrals? So you need to have at least 3 accountants, at least 3 home alarm company, appraisers, appliance stores. Okay, I've got a couple of appliance stores on mine. And they'll appliance repair companies as well, and places that'll sell used appliances. I've got those on there as well on my vendor list. Architects, asbestos. I used one of these the other day. Attorneys. I used to have 2. I think I have 3 attorneys on my list now, and one of them gives me all of them. So the other ones, I need to do a better job following up with them, or they need to fire them and hire some new ones on my list. You get that? Firing them and hiring them, because guess what? What are you as the realtor? You're the go-to. Everyone comes to you for everything because you make them money. How many of these people are making you money? They're not. Get them off your list, but get another one on there. There's plenty in the area. Call another one. Auto body shop, auto detailers. Okay, I reached out to Cassie Lampman the other day and said, hey, what auto detailer do you have available in Idaho? And right away she sent me somebody. I asked her, hey, what limo company do you recommend? And she sent me somebody. Cassie Lampman's got them all figured out, right? She has a database of them. So she sent me a couple She told me about a few different options. So, auto mechanics, people need to know where to go. And this is great for farming too. If you have auto mechanics for specific neighborhoods, because if you have a neighborhood Facebook page, you can be constantly posting these people. So that's the next step. These people not only get you on their, you get to put them on your list. Not only are they getting that on your website, on your list, in your flyers, but you're also going to tell them, I'm going to be posting you all over my Facebook page. You're going to be getting tons of free brand recognition. We did this huge video about 2 years ago, and we went around all these businesses with an actual recording, an actual videographer, and we were taking videos of their shops. We had to talk to them, get their permission first, taking videos of their shops, all that. And we put this really cool picture together, and it had this really cool song. It was a really cool song about America and about all the businesses and supporting local, and it was really cool during COVID. Really supporting them. Those businesses loved it. They went all over our Facebook page. I still have it. You can still see it on my Facebook page. Every once in a while, it bumps up to the top because somebody comments on it. Auto body shops, banks, what local banks, local people want local. They don't want big banks sometimes. Sometimes they want big banks. Builders, cabinet supply companies, carpenters, carpet installers. Dealt with that this week. I gave out 2 contractors and 2 carpet installers to somebody. Carpet supply company, chimney sweeping, chiropractors, all important stuff. So like I said, we're not just talking about lenders and escrow officers, although they're important. There's so many more you should be calling, and these are phone calls or direct contacts. Go to their businesses and talk to them, better yet. Daycare, deck, construction, repair, dentists, got to have them, doctors, dry cleaners. By the way, my dentist, every time I go in, he talks about the real estate market. How's it going, Sean, in real estate? Does he know I'm a realtor? Heck yeah, he does. My dentist is one of my biggest fans. They should be. These people become your biggest fans. And then as I continue to add these people in here, I've got to add them to my CRM. They have a contact plan of when I need to follow up with them again, just like my SOI. Nannies, notaries, let's keep it going. Oh my goodness, I'm barely on P's, restaurants, septic companies, S's, all the way down window cleaning on the bottom. But as I go through all these, oops, I accidentally lowered that. As I go through all these guys, the next step is I got to call my SOI and let them know, hey, who do you know? I have an amazing list. You got anyone I can add to them? Also, is there anyone you need? How's your house going I sold you 2 years ago? How's that going so far? Any contractors you need? I constantly call my SOI and just check in and see how many, if they need any issues. I find out people installed solar. You know how many solar companies will give you referrals these days? If they don't know to go through you for their solar needs, you're failing. They need to know to go through you for their solar needs. It's very important. Solar companies will give referrals. They should also be giving you referrals. But this is an opportunity to now add that as your contact plan, but also for you to contact them. So now what did we talk about doing? Number 1, give to get. We got to give. And then we ask them to get. Number 2, a note needs to go in your CRM and your database system. That name and phone number and email address gets added to your database system. All right, number 3, call your SOI and remind them. So now how much contact am I making out there by using this secret pill of vendors? So much. This should be a huge driving force. Your database needs to be packed with vendors, with SOI, with new people, and you want to talk about adding to your sales. This is how you do it. Okay, this is how you do it. All right. So that's what I have for today. I think this is a big, important item. I'm going to add you guys that are on this call, and then I'll also add it to the YouTube page in the chat. I will add that vendor list for you real quick. Let me grab that and add it in there for you so you have that. And I call it the who do you know. Okay, send. So that is in there in the chat. And then for those of you on YouTube, I'll add that to the YouTube page as well. So you got that in there. And yeah, guys, now you have plenty of opportunity, plenty to do this week. All right, so your plan is this week, go out, start creating this list, Give to get. Ask them if you can add them, and then ask them who they know and if they mind referring you. Go downtown. It's great to go downtown. Awesome. But use this list. Go off this list because this list will make sure that you're building a really, really nice vendor list and structured. And it's got structured contact plans. Very important. All right, guys, go get it. It's not going to come to you. Have a good week.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
There, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, Sean.